Hello, this video takes a glorious contextual factor which links beautifully to Shakespeare's tragedy, Macbeth. A warning though, this one's not for the squeamish as we delve deep into the brutal, blood-spattered sport of bear baiting.
Now, of course, anybody involved in bear baiting today is probably a bit of a scummer, because let's be honest, watching dogs rip apart a poor chained up bear is about as morally repugnant as it gets. And I reckon our current queen, old Queen Liz, would agree with me. But it's a waste of time. It's a fool's errand to judge yesterday by today's standards. You're always going to be able to take the moral high ground over the olden times. And anyway, in Elizabethan and Jacobean era England, when Shakespeare was penning his plays, bear baiting was massively popular. Rich and poor were united in their passion for paying a penny and watch bulldogs savaging a lone bear. And unlike the current queen, her namesake, Queen Elizabeth I, was fanatical about bear baiting. In fact, she'd often entertain foreign dignitaries. After a big slap-up dinner, they'd all settle down to a bit of bear baiting. Now, I don't know about you, I think I'll be bringing up that dinner onto my shoes. I guess people were made of stronger, sterner stuff back then, I don't know. Well, okay, Mr. Taylor, thanks ever so much for the history lesson, Princess. But what's the money shot here? Remind me why this stuff is relevant to Macbeth. I mean, aside from a one-line reference to bear baiting in Act 5, what is the point of me knowing that Renaissance England got its jollies mutilating large mammals? Well, brace yourself for a contextual gem that will sparkle and dance before the eyes of the examiner. Because Shakespeare himself wouldn't have seen bear baiting as revelry, as fun. He'd have seen it as rivalry, as a entertainment form that competed with the theatre for the pennies of his audience. Therefore, any references to blood or violence in the play Macbeth can be seen as an attempt to lay on a bit of gore to satisfy the public's bloodlust and also to fend off competition from entertainment forms like bear baiting, cockfighting and bull baiting. And if you don't think there are many references to blood or violence in Macbeth, you haven't been paying attention, have you? Because there are more references to blood and butchery than you can shake a lasso at. I think blood gets mentioned 109 times in total in this play. And on this page you can see a pick and mix sprinkling of some of the real winners. Lines and incidents that explicitly focus on blood or violence. And so, if you're analysing such a line, then you can weave in a wonderfully crafted contextual point like this, marrying up the play to the original audience's love of bear baiting. Have a look at this, it's a winner. Why did my students secure a whopping great pile of level 79s in the literature exam? Well, servings from this book definitely helped them, and they can help you too. And I'll leave you with a bit of thought for the day. Like I say, it's dead easy to sneer at the primitive appetites of Shakespeare's audience, craving that blood and carnage. But are we any better? After all, I'm a sucker for me gore-tastic Italian horror films, and I got pals who adore the early rounds of X Factor, when, you've got these dumb, defenceless contestants getting a verbal lashing from the likes of Simon Cowell, who savages their self-esteem with some cruel, cutting remarks. Alright, there's no literal bloodshed, but take a metaphorical view, and that blood is pouring out by the pint pot.
And that's your lot, folks. Bear baiting in Shakespeare's time. Now, yeah, as a sport, about as morally repugnant as it's going to get. However, if you want to serve up an unusual, insightful, unconventional contextual detail that catches the examiner's eye for all the right reasons, then bear baiting might just be the boy for you. And on that note, I shall leave you good people to your day and wish you the very best of luck in that exam hall.